How's it going, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Dave B. I sell Chevys, and today we're going to take a look at a really nice truck that just came in. Now, I wish this was available. This was actually sold as a factory order. When the order showed up, the customer had to cancel, so it became available, but it like instantly sold again. I think I know the reason why. This is a 2022 new body Silverado. It's a crew cab short box, but the most important thing, I think the reason why it sold so quickly, this does have the 3-liter Duramax diesel. Now, although diesel prices in New Jersey right now are like $6.20 a gallon or something like that, this 3-liter diesel is still an engine that people are looking for and asking about. And I think that's really probably because of the range that it can get. Now, this particular truck, the way it's equipped, city mileage is around 22, highway mileage is around 26. So 26 miles per gallon in a full-size truck. Again, with the price of diesel currently, I mean, someone could do the math and see whether like the 5.3 or the 6.2 with a lower gas mileage would actually make more sense because the fuel price is cheaper. But in the long run, if those prices come down, usually diesel prices are very close or just slightly above regular. So if it comes down to that, you know, in the future, you would have yourself a very nice rig that can tow 12,900 pounds with a conventional trailer setup, and again, get good miles per gallon, especially if you're doing highway driving. And because it's Duramax diesel, it's gonna probably, you know, it's gonna last the test of time. This 3-liter Duramax diesel engine is an inline 6 design, puts out 277 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, and it does include what's called a diesel exhaust brake. Then it's going to use turbo back pressure to help slow the truck down. Now, where GM used to have a dedicated button for the diesel exhaust brake, they now, in this new model, paired it with the tow haul mode, which is right here. Now, what you do is you press that, and you're going to notice it'll show you on your information system that the exhaust brake is turned on. That exhaust brake is going to work in conjunction with the computer in the car and the transmission in the car to shift gears probably more frequently to keep your RPM range up higher, because what that does is that actually helps and it makes the exhaust brake more effective in its use. And what that's going to do, especially if you're pulling and trailering a heavy load, it's going to use the back pressure of the turbo to help slow the vehicle down while you're braking, while you're on downhills, things of that nature, which is going to give you better control over the truck and the trailer if you are towing. And it's also going to reduce brake wear. So it's a very good system to use. And again, you turn it on and off with the drive mode button right here. When you press it again, it's going to turn the tow haul off, and you will also see the exhaust brake goes off with it. I started the truck up this way you guys can hear what it sounds like. You know, it sounds like a diesel, which is awesome. It has that diesel feel. I really wish I could drive the truck, because you know, if I drove it, I can get a better feel for it and kind of explain how it feels while I'm on the road. I can't do that. The truck is sold, it's somebody's. There's no way we're gonna risk the truck being out there and putting miles on something that somebody purchased. But I can tell you that when you do drive these, it does have a nice diesel sound inside the cab. It's like, you know, you're driving a diesel, but it's not overbearing where it's bothersome. Like, you hear it, you know it's there, but it's not, again, it's not overbearing. It's not something that on a long trip is gonna be annoying. It's subtle enough, but it's there. On the driver's side of the truck here is where you would fill up your diesel fuel. Now, you have your door that just opens. You do have a capless system for diesel fuel. You have your DEF fluid filler right next to it here. There is also a indicator on the dashboard in the driver information center on your DEF fluid until it's empty. It'll give you a bunch of warnings and things like that, so you can make sure you keep that, you know, topped off when needed. It's all right here. It's easy to access, easy to use. The truck does have a 24-gallon fuel tank, so the average mileage between city and highway on this particular truck is 24 miles per gallon. So that would give you somewhere around 570 to 580 miles worth of range. If you get the highway range out of this truck, which is 26 miles per gallon EPA estimated, you're looking at 620 plus miles of range on a full tank, like if you really drain the tank dry. This truck is the LTZ trim level. It is in dark ash metallic, which is a great color. You can see it does accent the contrast between the color and the chrome very well. If you're a fan of chrome, this is probably the truck you'd want to get. You have chrome around the windows, the mirror caps along the side steps, and then you have the nice front lower portion of the chrome bumper with your chrome accents along the fog lights at the bottom, and then you have your chrome grille up top. This being the new body style, if I hit the unlock here, you'll see you do have your nice big LEDs with your little switchback orange to white LED with that little pattern there. Those are also your daytime running lights, and then you have LED headlights as well. So really nice front end. If you like chrome, this is the one you want to go with. You'll notice that you have the big gold bow tie up front. That is optional in black. You can get that. And you also have your front camera with a washer on there as well. That's part of that whole camera system, which is going to give you front cameras, back cameras, surround vision, all that, which I'm going to show you when we get inside the truck. But just a really sharp looking rig. Again, this one being a crew cab, and it is the short box. The wheels you're looking at here, these 20-inch painted aluminum wheels, are the standard wheels that come on the LTZ. There was no upgrade there, nothing like that. They did upgrade to the power articulating side steps. So if I open the door here, you'll see that these will pop out and make it easy access to kind of step on these and get right in. Once you close the door, they'll tuck up underneath. And then you also have the little button on the end here. So if I can use my foot, but I don't have to use my hand. If I press that button, it's going to bring that side step around to the pickup truck, or I should say the pickup truck bed. So if you didn't have a tonneau cover on here and you had stuff in the bed, you had to get out. Now you have a nice step that you can step on to get you into the back portion of the bed here. Really cool little feature. And then you just press it again and it'll kick it right back to where it was. Once we close the door, it's going to tuck it up underneath, just like that. Again, those are not a standard feature on the LTZ. The customer who ordered this added that. The option cost $18.95. What you do get standard on the LTZ is the power tailgate. Now, if I press the button twice here, it's going to drop that tailgate down. Now, once it's all the way down, I just want to show you, you can power it up as well. So press and hold the button. Press once, second time, hold it. It'll actually power that tailgate back up. One feature I like about the power up tailgate is you don't actually have to press the button. You can kind of just lift, hold for a second, and then let it go, and it's going to continue to rest away by itself. So if your hands are full, you can just use your knee or whatever to kind of lift that gate up. On the back here, you can notice chrome bumper. You do have park sensors that are built in there. You have your dual exhaust with your chrome outlets, 2-inch receiver, and you also have your plugs for your trailering. So that's your 7-pin, and then you have 2 extra camera ports here because this vehicle does have the extra camera system. You may have seen it on like GM commercials. It's awesome. It's called Invisible Trailer. You can actually mount a camera on the back of the trailer you're pulling. This way, when you're in the truck and you're driving, you can actually see what's behind the trailer. It's awesome. This is actually the camera because the customer added this as well. He did buy the option of the camera. So you'll see you get a whole instruction book on how to install it. You get a whole bunch of zip ties and ways, little clips that hold the wiring underneath the trailer. You get your whole wiring harness, and you get the camera itself. So this is the actual camera you would mount on the back of the trailer, or even inside the trailer. If you have like a horse trailer and you want to mount it on the inside, you can do that as well. You can actually add up to 2 cameras in the system. Right here we only have 1, and it would plug into those ports that I just showed you on the back bumper. So really cool system. This is either dealer installed, or if it's on the trailer, most likely customers going to install it, or the customer can install it themselves if they wanted to. You'll notice here we also have the spray and bed liner, and we also have the tonneau cover, which was added to this truck as well. You'll notice on the back of the cab, you do have the power sliding rear window. That's part of the LTZ Convenience 2 package. Up on the 3rd brake light there, you'll see you have a couple of cameras. This does have the bed view camera. So if you had anything in the bed, you can actually hit that button and kind of see and monitor, how it's behaving while you're driving down the road. And with that package, you also get adaptive cruise control. So this truck does have regular cruise, or it does have adaptive. And you can cycle back and forth through those by pressing the button here on the steering wheel itself. Now let's take a look at this beautiful refreshed Chevrolet interior. It looks fantastic. This is what is called the Gideon and Very Dark Atmosphere interior, which I like. You have light grays, you have some dark grays, you have some browns. There's a nice amount of contrast between the different panels and different parts of the trim work. I think it looks fantastic. I really like it a lot. I'm a fan of a black interior. I feel the black interiors usually look the best. It's simple, it's elegant, it's got a nice, just simple, basic look. It maintains its cleanliness. It doesn't show the dirt as much. But then I hop into something like this, and I really like all the contrasts. I like the lights and the darks and the way it looks. It just really brings out the interior very well. Let's go to start it up here right now so we can check out these 2 massive screens that we have in this truck now, which is what everyone was waiting for. I've said in videos in the past, I like the way this is set up horizontally rather than vertically. I think it works very well. It's easy on the eye. As you're driving down the road, you can kind of keep your eye out the window, but you have that nice screen right there that's just below your eye level. It gives you all sorts of information, of course, that you could, everything, anything you need. Radio, maps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cameras, it's all basically there. Once it gets started up, I'll take you through some of it. Right now we can look at this, which is our center driver information center. You have your two pods left and right, which you can customize what you're seeing on those. You also have your driver information center right in the middle, which is going to show you things like your speedometer, you know, drive summary, your trip odometers. You have an elapsed timer, tire pressures, fuel economy life, driver assistance. This is forward collision alert. And that'll be your adaptive cruise control gap. So you can actually adjust how close you want to be to the car in front of you before it'll start to slow down or give you any kind of warnings. You also have your oil life, your brake pad life, your air filter life, fuel filter life, your trailer brake controller. So as you're using your trailer brake controller, you can see your gains. You have your off-road grade tilt indicator, your engine hours since the truck was new, transmission fluid, and there it is, diesel exhaust fluid. That's what I was looking for. That's the gauge that you would use you know, for your diesel exhaust fluid. Now you got to keep your diesel exhaust fluid full. If that gets to empty, this can go into certain levels of limp mode and things like that. It's all emissions related, so you just got to make sure that you keep an eye on that. I haven't driven one to know what the warnings are that you get, but I'm sure you get them with plenty of time to either stop by your dealership or stop by a fuel station or a Walmart, wherever you can get DEF fluid and fill that tanker or top it off. As you can see, we're in the cab. I'm gonna be quiet for a second just to see maybe if you can hear the diesel sound. I'll give it a couple of revs. I don't know if it's gonna go through the camera, but let's find out. I can definitely hear it in the vehicle. Again, once you put the radio on, it kind of drowns it out. But again, you know you're driving a diesel. So for the guys that want to have that sound, it's there and it sounds great. The screen now is all started up. So you'll see you have apps just like you do on a smartphone. It's very easy to use. It's all touchscreen. Right now we're in demo mode. You can see it as a Google Map based system. So we can set up Google Maps on here, or you can use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. If you go to the camera screen here, you're going to notice you do have surround vision with this vehicle. You have your front camera, and then along the bottom are all the different buttons that you have to change the views depending on what you want to see, you know, whether it be the side, the front, looking down on the front, looking down on the back. And then you have a couple of extra buttons here, which are actually grayed out. That's the ones that you can plug in for the trailer camera we were talking about earlier. And then there's your bed cam, where if you didn't have a tonneau cover but you had stuff in the bed, you can actually pop that on and you know, check on whatever you're hauling. I think I'm not driving the truck, so I can't confirm it right now, but I'm pretty sure this is the one camera angle, or certain camera angles, they allow you 10 seconds. You press the button while you're driving for 10 seconds, it'll play that camera so you can glance on it. It's not going to stay on. They don't want you staring at that. They want you looking, you know, down the road. But again, it gives you that quick glimpse just to make sure everything's okay. If we go to the audio button here, you'll have all your bands: AM, FM, satellite, Bluetooth, Google News, podcast, and USB. So whatever you have programmed, whatever you want to stream, whatever you want to plug in, USB drives, iPods, things like that, this is capable. It can do it, and it's going to give you a great sound quality because it is a Bose audio system. And then one cool thing, you have a trailer function here. So there's all different things you can do if you have a trailer. You can actually set profiles. So if you have a boat versus a camper or a landscape trailer, or all three, you can set up profiles for each trailer. This way it identifies which one you can identify which one you're pulling at that time. And really cool, there is a light test on here. So you want to be safe. Before you go, you hit the light test, you can walk by yourself to the back of the trailer, and it's going to cycle through, you know, tail lights, brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights, all that sort of stuff. So you don't need two people, and you don't have to go hit the turn signal, run to the back, come back, hit the yellow turn signal, run to the back. You just run the light test, does it all for you. It's awesome. Another awesome feature, rear camera mirror. So we're just seeing the trees behind us, but when you're on the highway and you turn that camera on, you can see like all 4 or 5 lanes of traffic behind you. Gives you a great view. You could also adjust whether you want it to be up or down, zoom in and out, that sort of thing with the buttons on there, or just cycle it back to a regular mirror. Up top, we have our OnStar controls. You have your power window switch for the back window, the back of the cab. And then you do have, this one has optional home link, which is your garage door openers. So you can program up to 3 doors. That is part of the LTZ Convenience 2 package. And I think I just called it home link, which I think was Nissan's name for it. That is called Universal Home Remote. As far as storage compartments, you have your upper glove box, which is nice. It's hidden, it's trimmed out with some perforated leather, just like the seats themselves, so it matches the LTZ trim. You have your standard glove box. Owner's manuals are in here. This is actually the engine block heater cord. The port for it is up in the front of the bumper. It's nice, it's easy to access. It has a nice little tab on there that closes to protect it, but it's very easy to get to. And then inside here, you just have plenty of storage space. You got your cup holders, big pocket to put things you may carry. You got a spot for your phone. You got a little spot here to put a key. If you don't want it in your pocket, another spot for a phone, you know, so there's a lot of storage with this new center console setup where you can put all sorts of things you carry. Inside here, you do have this actually has the wireless charger, I forgot. So this can lay here to do wireless charging. You also have your outlets, like your 110 style, and your USB ports. LTZ comes with a nice tray on the inside here. Plenty of storage space underneath that. Just a really nice, comfortable setup. This obviously acts as your armrest as well. And then you have your other armrest on the side here. About the only thing this doesn't have, obviously, it does not have Super Cruise. But if it did, I can just imagine, you know, you're sitting in the truck going down the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour with your hands just on these two armrests, just monitoring what's going on. I tell you, this truck is set up real nice. I know the customer who bought this is gonna absolutely love it. A couple other things to note. You do have memory package, obviously, with LTZ. You do have power folding mirrors with LTZ. This does have heated and ventilated seats. It does have the 15-inch head-up display, which is part of the tech package. I'm not sure if you can see it through the camera there, but that's really cool. It gives you all sorts of different functionalities right in the window and the lower portion of the windshield, so you see it while your eyes are looking down the highway. This is really just a absolutely beautiful truck. The Duramax diesel, again, sets it apart. I wish it was available and I could have sold it to somebody, but again, it came in as a sold order. The order was canceled and almost immediately it was purchased by somebody else. They just didn't pick it up yet, so I had the time to make a quick video about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions whatsoever, just put them down in the comments. I'll answer them. They can be related to this specific truck. They can be related to Silverado in general. They can be related to dealership life, you know, whatever it is. And before I let you go, I do have the window sticker here. MSRP of this truck as equipped, $68,085. That's what the window sticker shows, the way this truck was built up. It had the power side steps were an addition, the tech package was an addition, the Duramax diesel was an addition, the LTZ Convenience 2 package was an addition, then it had the Max trailering package, the auxiliary trailer camera, which we looked at a little bit earlier, the tonneau cover, the spray and bed liner, it's got all-weather floor liners, and that's basically it. Once you add all that up, you're at $68,085. Guys, thanks for watching. Again, any questions, put them down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.